All right, y'all. I'm out here in front of this church, but no. In reality, today we're gonna check out this French cafe. Oh, que elegante. It's down there. They're playing accordion there right now, so I'm doing my intro video outside of there. But we'll forgive them later. No. In reality, the United States jokes around a lot about how we don't like the French, but there's a little known fact that you might not know, that when you're in the Army, the United States Army, they give you this thing called the Blue Book, which was translated into English by a French colonel during the George Washington time, I believe. It was around that time. And they kind of laid down the foundation for what our Army is now. And they did a lot of cool stuff for, depends on your definition of cool. They did a lot of stuff to help the United States become an actual country, including inspiring the revolution. But they've done a lot of horrible shit since then. We're not going to really talk about Africa or anything like that right now. We're just here to go try some cool French shit. All right, let's check it out. Hoy estamos con Juan de Café Regina. Cuando conocimos, él se fue para leche, pero no como mi papá, y regresó. Y ahora, sí, ahora tengo unas preguntas para ti. Mi primera pregunta es, en este lugar, ¿cuál es tu favorita cosa que comer?
A mí en lo particular me gusta el croissant Serrano. Antes que todo hay que saber que toda la materia es preparada aquí, desde panadería, salsas, todo es un proceso bastante largo, pero a mí me gusta mucho el croissant Serrano, aunque es más tradicional. Algo que también se debe de saber es que el emblema de este lugar es el ratatouille. Viene hecho por manos francesas y tenemos nuestras modificaciones como todo lugar.
Sí. Y tú tienes como 5 o 6 años, ¿sí? Aquí.
6 años.
6 años aquí. En todo ese tiempo, ¿cuál es tu favorita cosa de aquí?
Es que ha sido un lugar muy versátil. El concepto lo cambiamos en medida de la cocina muchas veces. Creo que de los platillos que han sido más destacados tenemos la hamburguesa vegetariana, que es a base de semillas, que es un poquito para la tarde. Por las mañanas el tartine de ratatouille, que es una base de pan negro que se prepara en casa. Ratatouille se gratina y se acompaña con ensalada. Creo que en los 6 años han sido mis 2 cosas favoritas. Y también la variedad de pizzas de la noche en masa negra también es muy buena.
Sí, bueno. Y mi última pregunta que tengo en todos mis vídeos es, ¿tu mamá has probado tu comida aquí?
Sí, claro.
Y
claro, mi mamá está fascinada. O sea, de hecho, toda la familia de nuestros colaboradores viene a comer 1 o 2 veces por mes y salen aquí siempre felicitándonos. La verdad es que es una cocina hecha con mucho amor. La plantilla es muy pequeña y entonces siempre se le pone mucho empeño a todo.
Muy bueno. Y gracias para tu tiempo. Y gracias a todos. Nos vemos. All right, y'all. I'm out here at my local park. Because I forgot to record this outro video for it. No, in reality, I got a chance to speak with one of the owning partners of Café Regina, and he didn't want to be on camera. So I just wanted to kind of recap a little bit of what he told me about his experience, and because it was very interesting. And he's a very cool dude. He's a very cool dude. Yeah, so first of all, he started that cafe. Well, he moved into the city, I think he said about like 20 some years ago. And then he started the cafe itself about 12 years ago, and it was kind of like one of the only of its kind. As we've seen before with the Jamaican restaurant, there's not a whole ton of variation of food choices, or there weren't a lot, especially not, I'm assuming 12 years ago whenever he started. So one of the main things that he did have to do was he had to incorporate some of the staples for a coffee shop that you would hear in Mexico City, like chilaquiles and like other stuff that are like breakfast staples that you kind of need to have to get your cafe business to get people in the door, more or less. And I asked him himself, do you think that, hey, if you, like 12 years ago, do you think that you could open up just a straight French restaurant? And he said no. There's no way that it would succeed. It's hard enough as is with what he currently has, especially in the area that he is in, because there are a lot of coffee shops in Mexico City, so it is kind of hard to set yourself out. He has regulars there that he loves, and obviously you can see the manager that I talked to in this video. He's very passionate about his job. He loves it there. But yeah, for the most part, he's a cool guy, the owner himself. I don't want to get into more details about him, but yeah, for the most part, he is a French dude. So he wanted to start he wanted to have a French dude, and of course, yes, I did ask him the age-old question of, has your mom tried the food? And as we've seen before with bakers and like various other people that do culturally specific food, his mom is not a huge fan of it. He said it's because of the French inside of her that she's always going to be judging him to a harsh reality, where if it's not completely perfect, then, because in his words, there are specific standards set forth by French cuisine. So whenever it's kind of similar to, in the way, I'm kind of paraphrasing now, in a way, how the Mexican culture is, where if you go to a place that says, hey, this is a French bistro, French cafe place, there's a certain picture that his mom had in her head of what the food would be like and stuff like that. And she didn't say it was bad food. She just said, it's not it's not the best. But that's how it can be sometimes with family members from different countries, and they're sometimes our harshest judges. But in my opinion, the food there was amazing. I would say it's the only place in the city that you can order chilaquiles con ratatouille, which is it's a crazy combination that I didn't even know existed. I didn't know until I talked to him later that was a thing that you could just order there. But what I had was I had some amazing things. I had the croissant, which was phenomenal. I would say it's probably the best croissant in the city. because they know how to prepare it the correct way, as opposed to just giving you a croissant on like a piece of like just giving you a croissant. They toast it perfectly. They put jelly on the inside. It's just, oh my goodness, it's so amazing. The ratatouille there is just the way that they have it. The one that I had it had this like charcoal bread that he uses that's very specific for it, and the crunchiness of that mixed with the ratatouille itself, which was so amazing. Oh man, you have to try this place if you're ever in that area. I'll put a map to the nearest metro right now, like I normally do. The prices were medium. My friend Minuet, he paid for it for me. Thank you again. But I would say, yeah, like they were reasonable prices. You can get like a good meal there for around like 130 pesos or something like that, and then plus whatever the coffee or whatever you want there as well. It's a very peaceful little area. Not a ton. There's some foot traffic, but it's not too crazy. But yeah, I would definitely recommend checking that out if you're ever in that area. Thanks, and I will see you in the next one.